Hey honeys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another tanning video. It's not going to necessarily be like a review or anything because I will just come right out and say it. This is my favorite tanner. This is the Loving Tan 2-Hour Express in Dark. This is just my favorite tanner. I honestly just love this so much. I think it always gives me a really beautiful color, and it just, to me, looks really natural on my skin, and it's easy. It only takes 2 hours. I usually leave mine on for a little bit longer just to let the color develop just a bit more, but you only do have to leave it on for 2 hours and then wash it off and you have a beautiful golden bronze tan. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I use this product today and just kind of what my end result looks like, just so you guys can see what this tan can do for you. Like I said, this is my favorite tanning product and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. And without further ado, let's just get into it. So I'm just showing you guys myself applying the product to my legs so you can get an idea of what I do and how I do it. I usually just use about 2 or 3 pumps on my mitt and just begin by rubbing it all over my leg. I always like to start from the bottom and then continue to work my way back up. So as you can see, I'm really just making sure to rub it all in, all over my leg, so that I'm not missing any areas or leaving anything blank or streaky or anything like that. I'm really just trying my best to rub it all in. And what I love about this product, as you see here, I'm just kind of like tapping my leg, because if you do notice an area that maybe isn't blending out as well as it was before, you can kind of just tap the product in and it really evens it out, which is something that I really do enjoy about this product. Even if it does start to dry up, you can manipulate it still. And as you can see, that's after 1 coat and my leg is already looking way tanner. All right, you guys, so I just got finished putting the tanner all over my body, and I know I showed you like a couple little clips of me putting it on, but I didn't do the whole thing just because it's just a little bit difficult to record yourself tanning, and also it's just like, if you watch my other tanning video, it's exactly the same. I don't really do anything special. I always start off with putting lotion on all of my dry areas, so my elbows, knees, wrists, and ankles, and then I just go ahead and put a few pumps of the tanner on my mitt and then just start putting it on my body. I always work from down up just because I always find that that kind of works a little bit better for me, because I've noticed like if I put it on my stomach first and then I bend over, sometimes if my stomach like hits my leg or something, it like kind of gets a little bit weird. So I just go from the bottom up. I always start with my legs and then keep working my way up top. And yeah, I usually just use about 3 pumps for each section of my body. And then today I did do a double, like I did 2 layers. So I do that if I'm trying to get a more, you know, dark look. Like if I'm trying to go a little bit more tan, I will do 2 layers. If not, then I'll just do 1. And like I said, this is the 2-Hour Express, so it is 9:41 right now, and I just got finished putting it all on a couple minutes ago, and so I could take this off at around 11:45, but I am actually going to leave this on for 4 hours instead. So you can leave this on longer if you do want the tan to develop a bit more, or if you just want it to work in the like bare way, then you can just leave it on for the 2. I leave it on for the 2 quite often and it still comes out looking absolutely stunning, but I am trying to make this tan look a little bit more rich just because it is nearing the end of the summer and I have not been to the beach once, and I'm trying to fake the fact that, you know, I have a life. So I am going to leave this on for a little bit longer so that it looks like maybe I had like a nice week away down the shore or something, and then I will rinse it off and I will show you guys what it looks like after that. So also, I did notice that before I mentioned this wasn't going to be a review. That's not really what I meant. I more so meant that this was not going to be like a first impression review because I use this product all the time. But of course, this is still going to be a review. I am still going to tell you guys what I think of the product and all of the things that I love about it, and that way you guys can have something to go off of, and then hopefully you'll want to try it and form your own opinion of the product as well. But of course I am going to be sharing what I like about the product with you guys. So like I said, I am going to rinse this off in a couple hours and then I will check back in. But there is one thing I did want to mention before that. The mitt that I use is the Loving Tan mitt. And I absolutely love this mitt. It's black, so it doesn't get like super dirty. It doesn't look dirty. It's also super super soft, which I love because it feels very nice going onto the skin, and it clings onto the product really nicely as well, which I really like about it. So I just really, really like this mitt. I use the Saint Tropez mitt as well, which is really, really nice as well, but it is like, it's like a tan color, so it doesn't like stay clean. I mean, I'm sure this isn't clean, but you can't see it that being dirty, which I hate when my tanning mitts get dirty. Like, it's just one of those pet peeves of mine. But yeah, so I'm going to leave this on for 4 hours, so I will check back in with you guys. What time will 4 hours be? 1:45? I don't know, I can't do math. So I will check back in with you guys in a little bit and let you guys know all of the other reasons why I love it and show you guys the final results. So we'll see you soon. Alright guys, so it has been just about 4 hours since I put the tan on, and as you can tell, I am definitely looking tan. So this is definitely just the like color guard right now. I'll still have a great tan, but it's not going to be as intense once it kind of washes off in my shower, like when I'm rinsing everything off. So when I take a shower after I use a tanner, I do not use like soap or anything. I just let the like warm water just rinse off the top layer, so that way I'm not scrubbing any of the tan that's on my skin off. I'm just letting that top layer of the color guard rinse off. That way I still have this beautiful golden tan left underneath. So I'm going to go rinse that off, and then I will share my final thoughts with you to let you know just how much I love loving tan. Alright, so I just got finished rinsing off the tan, and oh, look at how beautiful this color is. Like, it is honestly so pretty. I'm just going to talk about my major selling points for this product because it is just what makes me love it so much, and if I can share that with at least one other person, then I feel like I'd be doing a good job, because I'm telling you guys, this loving a tan is just my absolute favorite. So one of my favorite things about this product in particular compared to other tanning products is the fact that when I go to rinse it off, it completely evens the color out. So I noticed about an hour or so in today that I had some spots like missing on my arm. Like, I missed like this big spot right here, and I noticed over here that I had some areas that were super dark compared to the rest of the arm, but I knew that I didn't have anything to worry about because as soon as I got in the shower, the tan really just evens itself out once that top layer of color guard is rinsed off. Also, like my back, usually I'll have like my boyfriend or someone do my back, but I was here alone today and I did my best that I could to achieve, you know, getting color on the whole thing, but it was a little bit difficult. So I knew after I took my shower though that it would be fine, and I looked in the mirror and it totally is. My whole back is completely even though I know that it was very blotchy before I rinsed off that top layer. So stuff like that just is so exciting for me, and I absolutely love that because it's almost kind of foolproof. Even when I do mess up or when there's areas that don't look flawless, I know that after I rinse that top layer off, it's going to look stunning no matter what, and I absolutely love that about it because believe me, when it comes to tanning, we all make mistakes and we can all use a little bit of help to kind of even things out and make it look a little bit more flawless. Another thing that I love about this obviously is of course how quickly it works. So this is the 2-hour express, like I mentioned a bunch of times before earlier in this video. You only have to leave it on for 2 hours to see the results and then rinse that off and you'll have a beautiful tan. I of course, like I mentioned, did leave mine on for double that time just to get a little bit more of a richer color, but you don't have to, and honestly it works well for no matter how long you leave it on for, you know, up to at least 2 hours. So I just recommend kind of playing around with it, seeing how long you want to leave yours on for to get that desired result that you're really looking for. But honestly, even though I left mine on for double the time, which was 4 hours, that's still honestly about half the time of most other tanners. I would say a lot of other tanners you have to leave it on for at least 8 hours to get the desired results, and I left mine on for double what this was supposed to be, and it's more than the desired results. So that's such a plus to me because I'm someone who's busy, I'm always working. I don't like to sleep with my tanner overnight. So I know the 8-hour thing, a lot of people are like, oh, you could just sleep with it on overnight, but I really don't like to sleep with tanner. I don't like that like kind of sticky feeling that a tanner gives, and I'd rather not sleep with it. So just having it on for a couple hours while I'm just kind of like doing work throughout the day or like cooking breakfast or whatever it might be, is a really big advantage for me because I feel like it just works really well for me. I did want to mention that this of course does have a tanner smell, and I know that that is actually a downside for a lot of people. I don't mind the smell. I actually kind of enjoy it. I don't know, it makes me just feel like I'm going tanning. I like the smell, but I did just of course want to mention that and put it out there because I know that is something that a lot of people don't necessarily love, so I did just want to make sure that I threw that in there, that this tanner does have that self-tanner smell to it. I also wanted to mention that this tanner does last me around 4 to 5 days, which I think is a pretty decent amount of time. I am someone who showers every night, and so to still have my tan be on for up to 5 days is really amazing to me. I mean, honestly, I am someone, like I said, who showers often, and I would think that the tan would only last maybe 2 or 3 days, but this really does last a pretty decent amount of time, and I think that that is a really amazing thing because, of course, you know, you don't want your tan going away really quickly when you're spending money on something like that. You want to make sure that it's going to last, and I think that that's really, really great. Also, this bottle is 120 milliliters, which is 4 fluid ounces, and I would say a bottle of this lasts me about 6 months, and I tan probably once every like 2 or 3 weeks. So I don't tan as soon as the old tan goes away. Like I kind of wait a little bit and then retan, but you know, if you do that, it would still last you a pretty decent amount of time, I would say. And honestly, I get a lot of use out of that one bottle, and it just works really well for me. It lasts really long, and honestly, it's just so worth it to me because the color is just simply stunning. So to touch a little bit more on the color itself, as I've mentioned multiple times, I absolutely love the color that this tanner gives me. I think it looks really natural on me. I think that it gives me a very naturally golden bronzed tan look. I really, really enjoy it. I don't think that it really looks orange at all. I think it looks very natural on me. It really looks like I was just laying out in the sun, and I absolutely love that. By the way, I don't have a ring light or anything on me right now. I'm just sitting in front of natural lighting, and this is what it looks like from the natural lighting to the camera, and I am in love with it, and it honestly looks the same as it does in person, so there's really no manipulation of the color or anything there. Just wanted to mention that, and I honestly just love this color. This is the tanner I've been using ever since I first started self-tanning, and I am just so in love with it, and this is probably the one that you'll catch me using the most. Also, I did want to mention if my face looks a little bit tanner, that's because I did use my Saint Tropez Bronzing Water Face Mist. I got sent this product as well as the full body gel a couple months back, and I do have reviews for both of those products on my channel. So if you are interested in checking those out, please feel free to do that. I don't like putting straight up self-tanner on my face. I have very sensitive skin, and it just freaks me out a little bit knowing that that could break me out. So when I got sent this, I was really in love with the idea of it, and honestly, I still love it. I think it works really well for me. I do like the full body gel as well from the Saint Tropez, but like I said, the Loving Tan is just always been my go-to, so that's why I wanted to give you guys a review on this one as well, since I do already have Saint Tropez videos up on my channel. But if my face looks a little bit tanner, that is because right after I finished putting this on, I did go ahead and spray some of this to even it out. I used to never put it on my face, and I would just use a darker foundation, and of course I still use darker foundation when I do my makeup, but having something on my face is a little bit better than just being two totally different colors, because then I feel like I can walk out of the house without makeup on when I have self-tanner on. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Feel free to go ahead and put your Loving Tan on your face as well, but it's just not something that I've ever done and that I really don't think I will ever do. Just some little pointers on how to tan. I, of course, am no means an expert, but I did just want to mention, of course, when you are tanning, I always like to shave the night before and exfoliate my skin. So I will exfoliate and shave that, you know, previous night, and then when I wake up, I will go ahead and tan. I of course make sure to do it on a day that I don't really have anything going on, like during the day, like when I have to go out or anything. So I woke up this morning, like I mentioned, at whatever time it was when I started filming this, like 9:45, and did that, and then, you know, I'm finishing up with it you know, now a couple hours later. So that is just the way I like to do it. But you of course want to exfoliate before you're tanning, but I wouldn't say to exfoliate directly before you tan. I would do it the night before or like 8 hours before, just because you want to make sure that your skin is settling down a little bit before you put the tanner on. If not, then your pores are still going to be open and the tanner is going to settle in those pores, which is going to give you that weird like dot look down your legs. So you don't want that for sure, and that's just one of my tips. Also, of course, use lotion on your dry areas. I know I mentioned that, but just do that as well before you tan, and you will definitely be getting one of those flawless tans that we all want with self-tanning. I definitely recommend this product. This is my favorite self-tanner that I've ever tried, and I really haven't tried that much, but this is just it's just my go-to. I think it's just because I've used it for so long, I trust it, and I just know that it's always going to look great no matter what. So I really highly recommend this product. If you are in the market to try a new self-tanner, or if you're new to self-tanning, then I definitely recommend trying out the Loving Tan 2-Hour Express. It gives a really, really great color payoff. It's easy to use, and it's just amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys all on the next one. Bye.